going live from the mobile yet again, just because I don't know what's going on. I think it might be my internet is playing up. So we're just letting everybody know in the chat that we are moved, if I can get it to work. Hang on, I'm just putting it live now on new feed. All right. Okay, so Kim says that we're back. Try refreshing. So we will see how that goes. So thank you so much. I don't like this view at all. Let's see if we can. Whoa, that's even worse. That's even worse. Okay. I work so hard to get it all pretty, and then I end up having to do this, and it bugs me so much. Hi everybody in the chat, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so sorry that this has been a bit of a mess. We've got some massive storm cells coming through. It is grey, it is gloomy. I thought it was my system, but I've just had a look at my internet, and it is my internet. So I've got my phone running on its 4G. It is not plugged in, so we are going to stream until it dies. And I can't get to the plugs in a timely manner. So first thing I'm going to do is move this camera, because I'm not going to be able to use it. So and it's in my face. It's in my face. So, I mean, we can still spindle spin, and we can still talk about stuff and yarn. Like, I've got my yarn here. But like this bugs me. See this? These grey walls? They annoy me so much. I need a much bigger backdrop. I've got like, you can't see it. Chile, I don't even have the NBN. I can't even blame the NBN on this, but ever since the NBN started rolling out in our area, our cable internet's been playing up. I've got a 3-meter wide backdrop I could use with this little tiny piece on it. So what I need to do is bite the bullet and buy a proper backdrop to cover all the grey, and then I wouldn't be so upset that it is being painful. It's just so painful. So everyone is going to the other chat, so that is good. I'm just going to kill some things here. So I know that the timing was like when I killed a screen, the chat died, but no, it's not going to work that way. So I have to follow the screen, follow the chat on my phone, because it's running from the phone. I might be able to watch it through the computer. Hang on a second, because it's a bit hard to read the chat. It moves quite quickly, and it pops up and down when it's on the phone. So bear with while they're running on 2 separate internets, and I can mute the video and at least read the chat, maybe, hopefully. Wouldn't that be nice? So I've got things to talk about that aren't the, Kim says, ironically, my ADSL is faster now that most of my area has moved on to the NBN. Isn't that funny when you're sharing stuff that, that when everyone else jumps over to the other thing, it's gone. So let me show, that should be muted, so you shouldn't be able to hear me talk, but I should be able to read the chat. There we go. Excellent. Classy Kim, you are correct. Please hit the like button. I would really appreciate that. This is really quite interesting, because now I've got what I'm seeing here pushing out on YouTube, plus the YouTube screen here. So that's a bit weird. Not used to doing that. So arm update, still not allowed to knit or crochet or do anything fun. It's slowing down some of the work stuff as well, which is a little frustrating. It's actually considerably frustrating, if I'm going to be truthful. So yeah, it's bothersome, really, is what it comes down to. So I've just been trying to sort of plod along and get a few little jobs done. When I'm dyeing, I have to use the shallow pans because I can't lift the big pots yet. But I've got positive prognosis, and it's just like, just got to do the work. I've just got to do all the little exercises they want me to do for my arms. I'm going to do them for both arms because it's just strengthening stuff. So maybe everyone can just wait 5 seconds between writing in the chat. Kim Nelson, YouTube will sort that out. If people are commenting too fast, YouTube will actually time them out automatically. I'm not going to slow people down from chatting. It's just, yeah, it ruins a conversation if you're like, you can't talk now. No talking for you. Okay, so things I've dyed, other than the Mystery Lace Club, which went out yesterday. So if you are expecting a Mystery Lace Club, keep an eye out for it. I've dyed this gorgeous, so squishy I'm calling it Emerald City. There's only 2 skeins. No idea how I did it. I was just using up some dye and some yarn. So there's 2 of these. They are just so squishy. It's DK, 100 grams. What have we got? About 190 meters per 100 grams. So yeah, so it is, it's that. Wow, my signal for my mobile just went gooey. But yeah, so this is gorgeous. And then, so there's 2 of those. And then there's also in the alpaca cashmere silk, I made a, sorry, I'm not going to squish that quite as much. It's a beautiful orangey, it sort of blends into my shirt a bit, but it doesn't really. Orangey and chocolate with some of the natural grey sections through it as well. So there's 2 of those as well, which I'll put down because, you know, it turns out I'm allergic to that one. So we'll move that over there. So that's what I've been doing. So pretty, the yarn is great. Oh, thank you, Claire. This signal is dreadful, absolutely dreadful. Andrea always gets a YouTube timeout. Yes, she does, because she chats too much. So, speaking of Andrea, it reminded me, before my stream dropped out, I was showing the amazing thing that the Patreon members made so I could get, which is this lovely, lovely toy, which I want to play with. And it is a mechanical arm. It's technically designed for podcasters to put their big, heavy podcasting microphones on. But I'm actually going to stick a camera onto it using this particular little bit. It'll screw on, and then the camera can go, and then I'll be able to do some great hands down shots, in theory. Worst case scenario, I use it for a microphone, or I put my webcam in it so that I don't have to worry about so much floor space for things. It just clamps onto the table. So there's that. But also last night I popped over into the Patreon page and posted a question for those that are members who are over there, which was, do you have a burning question that you would like me to answer in tomorrow's live chat? Pop your Q's in here and I'll give you the A's in the chat, you know, as long as you haven't asked anything bad that will get my channel deleted. So thank you to those of you that ask questions in there. Nothing is terrible. I believe I can answer all the questions without shutting down my channel. We can do awesome flat lay shots now. Yes, we can. We can do some great stuff. There's so much stuff that we're going to be able to do. Kim actually has the first question, and it says, have you ever put something into the too hard basket and then later tried to do it anyway and found out that it wasn't actually that difficult? The answer is yes, many times. Oh, hello here. Many times indeed. Sometimes it's all about, for me, sometimes it's about my mindset at that exact moment. Sometimes everything is too hard and I'm just like, oh, I cannot do this thing. And rage quit and throw it in a corner. I don't tend to throw it in a corner. I tend to just put it on the couch or somewhere else that's annoying for the entire family. So everyone goes, why is that thing still there? And so yeah, so I do. And then you calm down, or you come back at it from a different day. And realized, you know what, that wasn't hard at all. I don't even know what my problem was, you know. So that happens sometimes, for sure. Then Sally Schilling asked, what made you get into all of this crafty business? I started out as a yarn crafter, like everybody, and because of my location here, there wasn't, like, other than Spotlight and Link Craft, which are 2 big box stores, I didn't have a local craft store, like, at all to go to. So I joined a local spinning guild and I learned how to spin, which Karen Alpert taught me, and she's teaching another class. So I've put a link to that over on the Facebook page. She's an amazing teacher. So if you want to go and learn how to spin, then that is definitely where you need to go, to Queensland Spinners Guild, Karen Alpert's class. Like, totally. Is my mum crafty? No, she's not. I have aunts that are crafty, but my mum is very much not crafty at all. Like, I've taught my mum how to crochet. She could knit, but she never really did it for enjoyment. She did it more for, I remember she made my youngest brother, he's about 10 years younger than me, she made him like these really cute little overalls. I believe that's the only thing I've actually ever seen her knit. I know that she's started knitting a scarf lately and some handspun that I gave her, but that's it. So Mum's not really crafty. She does other stuff. But yeah, so I got into the business. I wanted a new spinning wheel, and at this stage, all I'd seen was Margacraft and Ashford, and I knew there were like so many brands out there that were different, and not that I had any issues with not that I'd had any issues with either of those brands, but I just wanted to see what else there was. And like, I knew people who had Shacks and Spinolutions and Road Bugs and like all these things. So rather than buy one wheel sight unseen, I had a discussion with my husband and I bought 5 unseen and got 2 wheel dealerships. And so I started importing in Spinolution wheels and also the Merlin Tree wheels, which are the little hitchhikers with little feet for foot pedals. I love them so much. They're so cute. And you know, over time I've changed some of the dealerships that I have moved. I moved out the Spinolution and brought in Margacraft because I don't know, I just like Margacraft better. So, and I couldn't, like, I'm a small business, I can't afford to have everybody in, which I'd love to. I'd love to stock everything for everybody, but I can't. And so I have to sort of narrow it down to my favorites. And at the end of the day, I have to be able to sell something that I'm passionate about and that I like. So if I don't like something, I'm not going to sell it. It's totally, that's how it's going to be. Hey Mum, we were just talking about you. Mum's late again for the chat, and that's okay because the chat crashed and burned, so we're here on the phone. So yeah. Andrea says she's down to her last coffee pod. How did that happen? I have no idea. I've never run out of coffee before in my entire life. Yes, I have. All the time. Oh. It's Crochet Clock asked me, what was the first fibre I ever dyed? That's a fun one. So it was a pot of red, pillar box red food colouring from Queen's. I used a lot. I used a lot of dye. And in there I mixed some, I just had like bits, I didn't know what I was doing. This was like, I'd only just started learning how to spin. And I wanted something fancy. So I got some Angora Bunny, some silk, and some merino. And I actually put them all in the pot together and dyed them. And then I actually, once they were all dyed, then I blended them together in a drum carder and spun them into this little cowl, and I've still got it somewhere. I'll have to find it. It's bright red. It's so good. So yeah. My mum doesn't run out of coffee. It's a thing. It's a thing in our family. We try not, we love coffee a lot. So don't forget, you guys, hit that thumbs up button. Andrea's question is, can I be your slave? The answer is sure, Andrea. No problems. Come on over. I've got tons for you to do. Do I get to treat you badly, or do you expect to be a well-treated slave? I'm not quite sure what you want. Kim says, do drum carders make rollags? No, they do not. They make bats. B-A-T-T-S. Bats. So yeah, that's a new word for your list. I think running out of coffee is illegal here, or a sign of the apocalypse. It is all of the above. It's all of the above. Welcome to everybody in the chat today. I'm sorry that we're on the phone again. I'm going to do something about this backdrop because it seems to be a regular occurrence now. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do about my internet. It is the issue here. I've got it hardline connected to the laptop. I've got its best connection it can get. I don't know. It's becoming a frustration issue for me a lot. It should go back on the list. It was off the list for a little while. Kim, I tried the pinch and zoom, but it made me it was too close, and I did not like it at all. I mean, I can do a little bit. Hang on. There you go. How's that? I'll just wiggle back. I'll wiggle back. So they were the questions that I got from the Q&A out of the Patreon group last night. So thank you so much to those of you that jumped over there and popped in a question. Yeah, that was fun. Mum says, can I come to your house? I'll come to my house to do my live chat test. Mum, I would, but you live so far away. I barely get home in time. There's no way I could get to yours. I totally would otherwise. My mum's on great NBN and has fantastic speeds, and she's out in the middle of nowhere. Anyway, I'm not bitter at all. You guys, is the picture dreadful for you? Like literally the worst? Because I just looked at the screen here and it is horrible, and I think we may not actually keep this one up because it is terrible. So yeah, I'm not sure what we're going to do. I'm a little pale. Yeah, it's very pale, isn't it? I've got no control over the signal that it sends out. It's just what it's doing. We've got, I don't know how to describe the weather. It is hot and muggy, so I have the aircon on, but it's also really overcast and it's looking a little chaotic out there. So yeah, I had everything so set up and it was so cool. I had it so you could see sort of over my shoulder the spindle spinning stuff. We were going to build things. There were so many plants. They're all dead. It's sticky, yucky weather. It is. Tammy says the pic's not dreadful, just not quite as good. Okay, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Adobe says you might need to change the resolution on your player from auto to 480 or 720. I don't know if it's going to make a difference. I'm just checking mine here. Settings. Oh, hang on a second. All right. So the screen I was looking at was at 144. So no wonder I'm thinking it looks terrible. It's the camera angle's not great for me, is it? I need to lift that up. Can't do it. Oh, actually, I can. Hang on. Da, 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 da. Lift that up. Ha ha! That's a better camera angle. Oh, da, da. Sorry, I should have warned you all that I was going to move it. So yeah, so you know, it feels really weird, right? I've got lighting, I've got 3 different cameras, I've got all this stuff, and I'm down to the phone. So you know, thanks phone. It's very weird. It's very weird. I'm crooked now. Hang on. Oh, no, bad. All bad. It's all bad. Still crooked. How's that? Is that better? I shouldn't have touched it. Should I go out and try again? I'm not sure, Lyndall, or Linda Powell. We are on the phone, so it's not great. You guys double check the settings. So if you look at your screen and you've got the little cog looking thing, if you click that, it'll have an auto resolution, which is not the greatest. And I am not upside down, Chris, terrorist. And then you can change that to a higher setting. I've managed to get 720 on my desktop. I will not touch the camera again, everybody. Don't panic. So yeah. Just do a oh, okay, so I'm frozen for Linda. All right. Being straight's overrated. And Rebecca weighed both her Russians, and they're both about 22 grams. That's lovely. You'll get some nice fine yarn from those. I'm just going to scroll back a little. So yeah, if you double check the resolution options that you have for your stream, you'll be able to see better. Dizzy, she sent me a picture and I couldn't resist. Okay, I'm back. Oh, I'm glad to see that, Linda. I am glad. I have a water bottle and I have my coffee cup. Oh dear. Okay, so I can't spindle. Well, I can spindle spin, no problems, but you can't see it. So that kind of defeats the purpose, and it makes me feel mean doing it. So I'm going to sit here and talk with my hands instead. So 50 watching and 4 likes. Hit that thumbs up button, people. I've got more likes than that, honestly. So I'm not quite sure. I'm looking at 3 different screens and they've all got 3 different numbers. So I don't know what's going on, and I'm not touching anything because this is what we've got and this is it. So yeah, it is weird. They're about 0.5 gram apart, Rebecca says. Oh, that's good. Oh my gosh. Oh, you guys, this is just insanity, isn't it? I go to all this effort. I've got to work out an alternative solution to my internet problems. Our home internet that is like literally, I don't know, like I'm about 7 meters from inside of the house, I think. And inside the house, it's fine. I've got no issues. And so what I'm thinking of doing, does anybody have any experience with Wi-Fi extenders? Because I'm thinking maybe if I can just boost the home Wi-Fi to out here, then that would make a difference. So, oh, you want me to, oh, hang on a second. You want me to unbox the thing or not? Because you guys know I'm unboxing the new arm. I'm not unboxing any yarn or anything like that. Nothing recent's come in. So is that what you want me to do? What's in the box? I need a 15-meter network cable. I need longer than 15 meters because it needs to, because the router, and actually I probably have a network cable that would be long enough because it doesn't need to come through the door. It can come through the window. Oh, guess what we're trying next week, guys? Well, actually, we'll probably try it this afternoon over on Facebook. We're going to test some stuff out. I've got a network cable that I run from my router to the television so that when we're doing gaming updates, we don't have to do it over Wi-Fi. Oh dear. Beth says we use a Wi-Fi booster upstairs. So, and Wi-Fi extenders can be great. Get a second router for the shack. Yeah, maybe that's an idea as well. Just connect it up. Ooh, all these ideas. But what I might try first is the network cable. We'll see how that goes. Just keep in mind that the longer the cable, the more degrading you get. But will it be worse than what we've got is the question. We may degrade a bit, but I think it may not be terrible. But wouldn't we also, because that's a question I have, wouldn't we also degrade if we're using Wi-Fi extenders? So I don't know. I've never used a Wi-Fi extender before, or that kind of thing. I've always been within reach of the original stuff. Let me look, because I actually have. I've got a spare modem router that I don't have connected. Can I hook that up as a secondary? I don't know. I'm going to look into it, guys. You guys, I'm not going to, I'm not going to harass you. I'm not going to harass you all with my silly questions of silliness. So let's open this box. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to move my yarn, squishy yarns, and my precious, precious spindles in their precious, precious bag, and their fluff, so that they're all safe and I don't accidentally smush them, because, welcome to my life today. I'm going to move that aside. Beth's going to ask her husband about the things. Cool, Beth, that would be great. It would be very helpful for me to know. Alright. Okay. Let's see. Alright, so apparently this PSA 1 studio arm, oh, I'm a bit close. Let's see if I can just close your eyes, everybody. I'm going to move the camera. 1, 2, 3. There we go. I just needed it a little bit further back. Okay, this PSA 1 studio arm from Rode Microphones, Australian company. They are awesome. I've got a few of their things. Rotates 360 degrees, holds up to 2 kilos, and includes 2 desk mounting options, 2-axis swivel mount for accurate positioning. Ooh, that sounds swanky. Let's move the mouse. Move all the things. Let me have a look here. Did Oreo say something naughty? That sounded like Oreo. Get with your internet provider. They'll help you through. It's free service. Oh no, my internet providers are dumb. They don't help with anything. Oh, okay, yeah. No email addresses, you guys. We don't. Do you know what would be really good? See this outer box? It looks like it just slides up. No, it doesn't slide off. Okay. I thought that would be helpful, but no. It's quite weighty, but it's also deceptively small. What's in here? Oh, got bits. Got bits that are going to fall out. Falling out bits. Let me look in the box. Oh, there's still things. There's a box and the instructions and a 1/4 inch roll. Alright, keep the instructions. Ditch the empty box bits. That's a nice thing. Okay, instructions say mount via the desk clamp, which is what we're going to be doing. There's a massive, I have to go and check something, you guys, hang on. There's a massive truck. Sorry guys, I'm expecting a yarn delivery and it will come in a massive truck. Let's have a look here. Swivel is a good word. Hang on a sec. I'm just got to scroll up. So I take it your home Wi-Fi doesn't reach out to the shack. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. I don't like my head's being cut off. Can I know much? That chair went a bit lower than I anticipated. Okay, that was fun. Alright, civil is a good word. It is. Obviously not a guy just throw the instructions because I always check the instructions. I'm going to have a massive box or 10 to unpack this afternoon. Ooh, that sounds exciting. False alarm. It's totally a false alarm. Alright, so I'm a bit low now. like my knees are like up near my chin. Alright, so ditch that. Back to what we're doing here. We've got the table clamp. It sits that way and clamps onto the table, and then you put the bit in the top there. I'm just having a quick read. Oh yes, lots of things about not connecting it to a wonky table. Good call, good call. Oh yeah, we're not going to be doing the drill a hole in the desk option. Nope. I shall remove my table's dress. Woo. And clamp this doobie on. I'm just unwinding it a bit. Wish I could get my knees to my chin. Let's just say it's not comfortable. Andrew says my TV's so far behind the chat, I'm getting confused between the iPad and the TV. That's so funny. Andrew's off to IKEA to buy a new dining table and chairs. I wish I could come, Andrea. I really do. Oops. More. I've got a very deep table. Refresh your TV. Yeah, that's a good call. Sorry, I'm just screwing it onto my table. Alright, it is attached. It's actually quite in it, like I'll show you later, I'll do some photos. It's quite unobtrusive, like how it's attached to the table. Yeah, I'll move the camera a little bit. You need to switch your background so it reads the right way. Ah, it's because of the I can't do anything about that right now. I'm sorry. Okay. So let us, you'd think that I would have thought ahead and had scissors here, wouldn't you? Yes, that would have been smart. Smart people would have thought ahead. Not known for that particular. We'll just rip it out. Ha ha ha. Oh, except I'm on the skinny end. Why would crafters have scissors? Absolutely. I'm going to get scissors. Hang on. Scissors! So low on the ground. Alright, I got scissors now. Try not to cut your fingers, Chantal. You need them. Alright. This is what it's looking like. It's spring-loaded. So they're warning me not to look at it like this and then take that off, because it will hurt me. Now, I do just want to... Oh, I think it's the right size. I think it's going to work without the adapter. All right. Okay, so hold it tight. All right, you guys, you ready? It's spring loaded. Cool, cool, cool. And then this bit sits in here. That just goes and does whatever the hell it wants, so we don't like that plan. We need to put, because what happens is the weight of your gear hold it down. So let's get some gear on there. Beep, beep, beep. And I can do this, and I can bring it around. This is so exciting. I can have a microphone that works. Woo! And then just push it up out of the way and it's out of the shot. That's easy. And I can just lift this section off the table if I need the table for something. I am so excited. Look at my excitement. Is it palpable? What's in this box? Oh, that's the drill it through the table option. Let's not go with that. Bin. Spare parts in the spare parts box for later. Rubbish over there. Skizzers. So I've got a little camera. Let me see. It's just over there. I'm going to run and grab the camera and see if we can connect it. And all the camera gear. Alrighty. Here we go. Little camera. Pop a lens on. What do you need? Oh, you've got a removable plate, so that's handy. We need this lens. And then we'll grab the removable plate. Is it removable? No, just sliding plate. And then pop it on here. What did I miss a good idea? Feels like I missed so much tonight. Yeah, I'm sorry guys, tonight's stream's a bit crazy. Just second check all is tight on the table first. Yeah, it's all very tight. It's all very tight. So don't panic, you guys. Actually, if I put it like that, no, still can't get it. Some cameras do not, well, camera companies, I should specify this, do not think about some things sometimes. On this particular little Canon, you can't open the battery release while it's connected to the plate, which is very frustrating. Okay, we want to go that way, slide it on, tighten it up. Ooh. Tighten all the bits so that it's quite, it's turny bits. There we go. Woo, woo! Look at this. Look at that. Ha ha ha! Hello, camera. I shall utilize you for all of the things. We can bring you out and around. And then, because this is like a total bullhead, I can go whip and do hands down shots, tighten him up, and he sits right there. Articulated screen, flips out so I can still look at what I'm doing. Oh, I'm so excited. The depth, hang on a second. What would this be about? Well, this is me being excited that I've got new gear that the Patreon guys helped me to get for making my videos. Mum, yeah, don't pop your details on how to get to where you are. This is the internet, lovely. So yeah, this was me unboxing my new Rode PSA 1. It's PSA? Yeah, PSA 1, and then jimming it up for a camera mount rather than using it for a microphone. So that's exciting. Do I have an affiliate link to that arm? I don't, but I will do shortly. It is a very, very, sorry, Mum. Mum's like, I'm not giving my address, sorry. Fireheart, the deputy of ThunderClan, has come to talk. Well, welcome to the chat. I don't know what it is that you want to talk about. We normally do talk like yarn and knitting, but today I got a box of techie stuff, so I was playing with my new toys because, you know, my whole thing just crashed and burned. So I'm doing it from a phone because my computer crashed and burned and my laptop crashed and burned, and well, they didn't crash and burn, the internet crashed and burned, so therefore they don't work. So I'm using 5G or 4G internet on my phone. So yeah. Where I go, they assume if you're changing batteries you're going to move from the tripod. You don't normally. All my other cameras, you can actually leave it on the tripod, flick the battery case out, slip it open, pop the new battery and close it. So this is the only one that I've had that I haven't been able to do that with, which is frustrating. A clever child or a clever internet? I don't know. I'm just a child roaming the internet, a very, very clever one of that. Oh, fair enough. I'm getting some messages, so that's just I'll have to talk to Emma about messaging me during live chats. Emma, hey, I'm just going to thumbs up my own video. I've never done that. Can you get a power adapter for the camera? You can, or at least you could. I've been hunting around for one for this M5, and it's a thing that you slip in and you can close the door and it's got like a cord that goes out. But it just seems that everyone that had one in stock no longer has them in stock. So I'm not sure what's going on there. So I don't know. So I'm just, yeah. Let me have a look here. Oh, Beth's husband is, so hubby says use the cable for the best image. However, if it's over 300 feet, you'll get degradation, all bets are off. Fair enough. So what's 300 feet? That's, how many meters is that? Is that like 100 meters? Because we're talking 20 meters, 20, 30 meters. Beth Baker says start digging. Yeah. It's a great setup. Yeah, I'm really excited with it. And I can totally utilize it for microphone as well. So I've got extra, like I've got them around, but I bought all little extra adapters and bits like that that I can connect to this particular screw mount. So if we ever decide to have just a podcast, normal person speaking, then I've got stuff ready for that as well. So yes, so there is Fireheart is playing. There we go. I don't need addresses for stocking. No, Kim, will it work for filming? I need to test it, but I believe it will. Yeah, that's kind of why I bought it, is to use it for filming. It's not so much for live chatting, because I don't believe the M5 has a clean feed. So for those of you that don't know, when you use one of these DSLR cameras for your live streaming, it always has some stuff around the outside that like shows all the camera settings. And some cameras, you can connect them with the HDMI plug into your computer and it has it so those settings aren't there. You get a nice clean image, but this one doesn't. So yes, so I'm very excited. I'm sorry guys, I'm totally overexcited. Total, like today's chat has been like a complete whitewash. So yeah, it's let's just go hard on the tech then. The tech that works, I'm just playing with it. It's like wee. Yeah, it can totally be used for tutorials, which is why I purchased, like why I wanted this setup, was the options that I had for the tutorials, they were working, but they were painful. And so it really put me off doing tutorials. Now having something like this, which means I've got more desk space, better overhead shots, it'll feel like I can do it a bit easier. So we'll see. And that means I'm not so heavily reliant on these live streams. And when they crash and die, I won't be quite so sad. Tammy says, so you're a gadget collector too? Oh, yes. Oh, I'm a definite gadget collector. I was talking to, I was just in a live chat. I wasn't talking to them personally. I don't know them. But I was talking to Nick Nimmin in a live chat, and I was saying it'd be really nice if I could work out a way to have a techie channel that was craft related, but I can't because they're too different. It's too different. And because I'm tech obsessed, like everything I watch on YouTube is tech related or yarn related. There's not much of anything else. So yeah, I can use them for Craftycam. No, I can't use it for Craftycam. It doesn't have a clean feed, so I can't utilize it. Naomi says, I need a tutorial for how to take good photos for Ravelry from my iPhone. Well, Naomi, I am not the person to help with that because I'm not an iPhone user. But I could help you take some good photos using just generally using a smartphone. You'd have to nut out your own iPhone stuff. Oh, I meant the arm. Can you put your webcam on it? I believe I should be able to put the webcam on it. I think. I'll have to double check. I am buffering. So yeah, so I believe I'll be able to put my webcam on it, which would also be good because it'll mean that the cords can go elsewhere as well. So I'm not sure what's going on there. No buffering here. Oh, okay. So that's just must be my connections playing up for home. So that's fine. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's tricky with the internet here in general. It's Australia for a start. Australia does not have good internet in general. I think we're like number 66th worldwide, which is a disgrace. But also just in the shed. So it's coffee time. I agree. You can have it behind your back looking forward like a POV shot. Well, it's still going to be connected to a table, so I mean, like I could have it, I could do like this, and then just, hang on, I've got to learn which knobs do what. That one spins that one, so I could have it like that. But the thing is, it will be in the shot and it would get the back of my head. I would have to play. I would have to play and learn and see how it goes. But I really like it. I like it a lot. Connect to the other side of the tab for sure. It can totally move around. Absolutely. Is there any thoughts on the retreat we briefly talked about last week? There's lots of thoughts on the retreat that we talked about. There's a lot of work that will need to be done, so we do need to we'll have to have some discussions because there's a few different ideas bouncing around, so we're talking about it in the background. So my excitement is contagious. I'm sorry, guys. I really do love new techie toys. So now I have to fix this because I don't like that it's on at that angle. There we go. Yeah. Oops. I'm just gonna keep playing with it like la 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 la. It's like me on a swingy chair. I was like, I'll keep moving. Lots of people having some good beverages there. Does anyone have a question for me? Sorry, I'm just rambling on about tech and stuff, and I know that's not what you're here for. You connected that arm like a pro. I love techie stuff. I really do. And that's one of the things that bug me about my internet is that I am pretty good with this sort of stuff, but when it's something I can't control, it's a bit annoying. Bob Wilson says, so much work to be done on the budget. What do people want? Food, accommodation included. Kim wants to know what the Mystery Lace Club is. My mum has said, you always have, at least now you don't pull them apart to see how they work. Yeah, that's how I learnt to do a lot of things, was just pull it apart and try and put it back together again. Yeah, that's how I learnt a lot about knitting machines, was just pulling them apart, scrubbing them down, cleaning them out and putting them back together again and getting them working. And you understand how the different mechanisms are supposed to work once they're clean. So, yeah. Yeah, so it looks like it does appear that we're going to be running probably, I'm thinking maybe 2 different styles of retreat, so people can choose, because there's definitely 2 camps in the retreats, and I think that there is a place for both. So we'll work all that out once we get some information. Then we will go forward from there. Kirby says, quick question, what's the conversion rate of US to Australian dollars? 1 Australian dollar is currently buying 70 US cents, which is horrible from our perspective. But if you want something from Australia, then I would get it now. Yes, because it's dreadful and it's making me very sad. Do I get my wish list from other YouTubers, VidCon, or general research? So it's a little bit of all of the above, maybe not so much VidCon. But yeah, so I will look at something that I want to do. So I wanted a good hands down shot, so I hit YouTube, looked up some tutorials, wrote a wish list. Sometimes it's just techie stuff that I want, like I want a new phone, so I'll be looking into phones. Yeah, it's just lots of things. It is lots and lots of things. But yeah, so I do a lot of general research, and I also look at what some of the other YouTubers are using, and then I also have to look at how I can pare it down, or how I can utilize one thing for lots of jobs, because I'm not made of money, and I don't have like the big YouTube bucks that some of the YouTubers that I follow have. So sometimes I have to really remember, Chantel, you're on a budget. That's my dog losing her mind over something. There's a bit of thunder going on out there and she's outside. So Sally said sold patterns on Ravelry. Congratulations, Sally. Sally put her first pattern on Ravelry last week, so that's really excited. So yeah, Rowan said it would be a great giveaway to give away a spot to the retreat. That's actually an excellent idea. Maybe once we have more information on the retreat, we will do that. Snowy definitely wants attention. She always wants attention. Make it cheap for overseas people to come to it. Oh, is that out of state or overseas? I don't know. I just realized. I think we're going to be running 2 different kinds of retreats. One will be a less expensive and one will be a bit more luxurious. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Kerry wants to know, what are the smallest needle requirements in the Mystery Lace Club? It depends, Kerry, but so far I don't think we've gone anything smaller than a 2.75 or a 3 mil, or a 3.25, I think, because while I do ship out some lace, you knit it bigger. Yeah. So you guys, you're going to be like, every time, just write S&B rather than writing out the whole word, just because YouTube don't like the language and they automatically block it and someone has to moderate it. Did you send an email for the requirements for the upcoming boxes? I did not, because that's I forgot is really what it boiled down to. And yeah, so I'll send it out for the next box. I've got it marked that I have to remember to do it because it's a bit different. Kirby says, me too about the Chow Guru, thanks to Chantel. She says you can teach an old dog new tricks. I think you totally can teach an old dog new tricks. It just depends if the old dog wants to learn. Some people are very happy to be where they are and they enjoy that, and that's their thing, and that is totally okay. But if you are getting frustrated with something, or you want to do something else, then you will work it out and you'll move on to something new. So that's how I see it. Is I'm quite happy with some things in my life, and I'm very happy with how they are. But other things, I'm just like, I would like that to change, thank you very much. So I will go and try different needles, or I'll try different tech, and I'll try different stuff. And it's a whole life thing. It's not just a craft related thing. So let me think. Can we have a retreat in Daylesford? I don't know where that is, but I'll have to have a look. Tammy says, this old dog wants to learn to knit after crocheting for 40 plus years. I think you can do it. If you really want to learn to knit, you have to give yourself the permission to fail. That's the thing. We've got this thing in our brain as adults that we have to be good at everything straight away. We're the adults. But we have to learn that we were crap at crocheting 40 years ago. We were rubbish at it. We didn't just pick up a hook and miraculously create a garment. We didn't. We allowed ourselves to make mistakes and restart. And yes, it's frustrating. It really is. But that's the thing. You're learning new skills. You're learning to use new muscles in a different, well, the same muscles in a different way. And your hands will feel unco, and your brain will be like, why don't we just crochet it? But you need to tell that brain, stop it, learn the new thing. It's just out of Melbourne. Oh, thanks, everybody. Naomi Jane can't wait for her first Mystery Lace Club. It was shipped yesterday, so they're on their way. Let me look. Oh, I get nervous about overseas purchases. I keep second guessing if it's cheaper there to get a Chow Goose set. I understand, but I do believe it's cheaper to buy it in the US. Check out my, I've got an Amazon shop page. I've got some links in there for some US sets. So if you're in the US, have a look. I think you can get it cheaper where you are than what you can from me or from anyone outside of the US. Rowan says it took most of us a year to learn to walk. Exactly right, exactly. And when we're a child, we understand that it takes time to learn these things. It's just how it is. But as we get older, we think, no, I know how to do all this stuff already. Surely I must be able to pick this up like this. And there are a couple of things you probably can, but not everything. So, Kerry was just wondering if I could buy a small set of the interchangeables. I say go for it. They've got a really nice range from the 2.75 up to the 5mm. So far we haven't gone under a 2.75 for the MLC. So I would say go for it. But it depends on what you make. I personally have the small set in stainless steel. Also bamboo. But I prefer my stainless steel. So I'm swinging on my chair. Sorry guys. I'm like la 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 la. I just realised. Kim says if you can afford it, go the complete set. Kim's right. But if you never use anything above a 5mm, I personally don't see the point. But Kim likes to collect the whole lot. That's a thing for Kim. I'm pointing this way because that's where the monitor is with all the comments on it. Smash the thumbs up. Thank you. Absolutely smash that thumbs up. Kim says you need the options. And Sally says, I want the complete set for my birthday. Jackie was saying, I think somewhere between Brisbane and Melbourne for a retreat. There are various church camps, community camps, sport camps, all good but not luxury, but clean, comfortable, decent food. Marion says Queensland retreat will fit closer for the USA friends. Really? I wouldn't think it would be that much different. Bob Wilson says I have the whole set and I love them. I just buy the bits I need, but that's what I do. Andrew says my husband bought her set from me, from Chantel being me, and I'm so glad he did. And Kim says I do not want to cook. And I agree with you. I personally don't like cooking. Well, I do. I love cooking, but I don't like cooking when I want to be crafting and hanging out with my crafty friends. So yeah. Kim is a collector of crafty things and it has nothing to do with exactly right. Collecting, different hobby from using. Goes with tools and yarn, also tech. Sally says it doesn't matter where the retreat is because she's going to have to travel anyway. And I think that's going to be the case for a lot of people, is no matter what, everyone's going to have to travel. So we'll try and work out a way that's the easiest. Probably for those that'll be teaching, it's probably the easiest because they tend to have more stuff. Marion says, I don't care where it is as long as it's not at home. Claire's an enabler. Tammy's an enabler. Are we having classes? I don't know. We'll discuss it. I think we should have some little workshops. I think it's always a good thing. Optional workshops. Optional. And yes, I will be doing some dyeing if we decide to have optional workshops. Because some people don't want to do workshops. It's that simple. They just don't. They want to sit and knit and talk and have a good time, and that is totally fine. I've got a call coming through. Hang on, I'm just going to decline. Go away. I'm in the middle of a live chat using this phone. Let me see. I was gifted a set of the Knit Pro, but the smallest is 3.5. I could not afford the 250. Yeah, I understand that. Maybe just grab some Chow Goose fixed circulars to complement it off, or you can even just buy a couple of the Chow Goose tips and a couple of cables and just augment your Knit Pro set. But I'm not going to lie to you, generally speaking, once you go Chow Goose, you're going to look at your Knit Pros and go, God, do I have to use them? Because that's how I feel about it. I've got a complete Knit Pro set and I don't use it at all, ever. It just sits there and I haven't gotten rid of it because it was a gift and I can't get rid of gifts. So yeah, it's just there. Sally was just being attacked by her cat. Oh, Like Rebecca says, it doesn't matter where, I won't be able to go. I'm sorry, Rebecca. I know it's hard. Us in Australia, look at a lot of the events you guys have in the US doing the same thing. We're just like, Rhinebeck, you know, SAF, Vogue Knitting Live, all the things like Stitches West, Stitches East. There's so many things. Let's have a look here. I'm back. Afraid to move my leg. Cramp is the front base of my leg into the... Oh, no. Yeah. No, that's not fun. Cramp's not fun. Jackie says, definitely some classes. Lots of very skilled peeps in this group. Great chance for others to have a go. It's also a good way to create connections. Sometimes in these groups, a lot of people come together that don't actually know each other in the real world, and they don't know how to start a conversation comfortably. So if you're doing a little workshop together, you can talk about that, and then after the workshop's over, you find you're sitting with them to eat a meal or whatever. I'm talking very fast. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really sorry. Do I use metal needles? Yes, I personally prefer the ChiaoGoo stainless steel. I like them a lot. They're a brush steel. They're slippery without being crazy. I like it. Samantha says, I have a complete knit pro set too, but she much prefers her ChiaoGoos. This has gone from a tech fest to a ChiaoGoo love-in. I'm okay with that. I want a complete set of those wooden needles, the ladybug ends. Mum, they only make those in like one size. It's a shame. ChiaoGoo have some straight needles, and they've got like little cute ends on some of them. And one of them's got little lady beetles, and my mum loves those. So does Abby. That's where I got it. That's how I taught Abby to knit, was on these lady beetle ones. She loved them. My iPad just had a meltdown and kicked me out. I'm sorry, Andrea. I should probably check my battery level, actually. I know, we're good. We're good for battery. Tammy has to run. See you later, Tammy. Have a good night. We might have to organise a fibre festival tour sometime. So many things. So many ideas to do. Oh. Ferry says I can knit in theory, but I need to work at it because I keep dropping my stitches. Yeah, you just have to, you just got to slow down a little. That's really all it boils down to. You said you were going to keep going till your phone is flat. I did say that. I lied, because my phone's doing great on its, you know, it's doing fine. So I'm not going for like ages, but I thought it might crash before our time was up. But we did start a little late, so I am going to go a little bit longer. Where are we? Watch out, someone will complain that they can't understand you. Oh my gosh, I know, Denise. I know. Someone actually did comment on one of my videos and had a bit of a, it was a bit of a go at my accent. And then I just read that was it Claire who's been having some, no, not Claire, Stephanie's been having problems with people not being able to understand her accent as well. So the YouTube is a worldwide place. There are people from all over the world posting videos every single minute. If you only like one particular accent, you're going to really struggle. Lindsay was going to ask for Knitter's Pride marble double pins for Christmas. Are they good needles? Lindsay, I honestly don't know. I've never used them. I've not used any Knitter's Pride needles whatsoever. I'm sorry. If someone in the chat has used them, please give your feels to Lindsay so she knows. Does MLC ever have socks? Possibly coming up in the future. I do try to move it around a little, but it is a lace club, and majority of lace patterns out there are shawls, but we do the occasional other thing, so yes. Thank you, Kim. That was a much better way to answer the question. Naomi says, I just fell in love with some likey needles. Never liked wood needles till I tried these. See, I was the same. I hated bamboo needles till I tried the ChiaoGoo ones. Not all finishes are equal, and not all wood qualities are the same, or metal qualities for that matter. Bob Wilson says, yes, my accent, unsubscribing. Oh, that's a joke we have. That's a joke we have where we're like, we don't like that, we're unsubscribing. Hey, you guys, I don't know if it's still the case because it changes, but this morning we hit 2,300 of you subscribers in here in this Fiberific universe. It's not a universe, but you know what I mean. I was very excited when I saw it. It's been very good. Let me look. Loathe Birch brand needles. Yes, I'm not a fan. I'm sorry. There are many things that I like from Birch, but their needles are not one of them. I missed something there. How many MLC peeps are there? There's about 20 of you getting regular MLCs. Let me look. Sub Party. Congarat from Fairy. Thanks. Congrats. Is that a typo or a joke? I don't get. Andrew says, must go. I need to go to IKEA before the school round. Thanks for the chat. Lots of fun as always. I'll message you to confirm my work conditions. No problems. I got a chook pen out the back. Birch hooks are weird. Yeah, they're not the greatest, but sometimes if that's all you can get, you just get it. You just put your hands on it and you run with it. So yeah. So, sorry, I keep saying congrat, and I know you meant congrats, but yeah, it's a fun, cheap and cute pic on the gifts out there. I'm going to totally be checking that out later. Yeah, you could totally be doing the rainbow socks from Michaela Richter. They're amazing. It's a fantastic sock pattern to use. When you're just learning how to do socks and you're a bit nervous about picking up all the stitches and all that sort of thing, you don't need to do it. She has a slightly different construction for her socks. They still make a really comfortable sock. There's no side seams, nothing scary, but how she does the foot gusset is a little bit different than a lot of other designers, and I really like it. And it makes for a really, really nice way to get into making socks. Good morning, Guav. How are you? It's let me look here. It is, you can try teeny tiny circulars. Yeah, you can hit the 9-inch circulars or try the Chowgu shorties, which is another set. See, this Chowgu brought out all these new sets of knitting needles, and I have not done a review on them because now I've got a better camera. I have no excuse. Yeah. Bob Wilson's got to run. Thanks for, no problems, Claire. Have a great day. I will see you soon, maybe, if your internet is sorted. My friend gave me a set of bamboo crochet hooks, but I haven't tried them yet. Not sure what brand they are. Yeah, I would give them a whirl. Like, you'll either like them or you won't. And even saying that, there might be another brand of bamboo that you do like, because they cut the little hooks differently in different places. Some smooth the edge, some don't. Guav's from India. I'm from Queensland, Australia. Guav, I'm probably destroying your name, and I apologise if I am. Send me the chat link just in case you have connection. I will absolutely, once I set it up, which I have not done yet. And I'll have to, you guys, on Thursdays after this live chat, I have another Zoom chat that I do, like a private group. And so we can't run too long today because I have to try and fix this nightmare and get this other Zoom chat running as well. So that will be fun. That will be fun. Let's have a look here. I have size 2 bamboo knitting needles and they bend. Size 2, is that, what size is that in millimeters, guys? I'm not sure. But that sounds pretty common for very thin wooden needles. They do tend to get a curve on them. It's very easy to bend. Fairy says she loves her boy crochet hooks. I had to order bamboo because they're the only option for the size I needed, but I'm not sure how I feel about the bamboo. See, that's the thing. Sometimes we just go with what we have, and then we can, you know, here we go. Sometimes, yeah, we just go with what we've got. We need a particular hook or a particular style of thing for a project, but sometimes we're not going to use it for everything. So it doesn't matter if it's not great if you just deal with it just sort of for that one thing. Sometimes you just have to suck it up and just use it. Claire says our business chat is great and so many supportive people lifting us up and making us try harder for our followers. Absolutely. You know, you guys, this is how I look at it. All right, you ready? I'm looking here because that's where I'm used to looking, but the camera is there. I've got it tipped around the wrong way. Anyway, I look at when this time that you spend with me is precious, because this is 90 minutes out of your week, every single week, and you all come every week. So I try my hardest to make it fun and enjoyable and not stressful. And you know, sometimes that's doesn't work and becomes totally stressful because the tech situation's a nightmare. But I try my very hardest to make sure that it is fun and exciting for everybody. So I thank you all for coming and being here all the time. It's so amazing. It still blows me away every single week when you're here, when I see in that chat and the conversation's rolling. And I remember my first couple of live streams and I was sort of sitting here talking to myself because there was no one in chat. And now it's a great conversation and I really love it. So I appreciate all of you coming in every week. If it's so precious, let's go to 2 hours. You are the worst, Kim Scullin. The worst. Hang on, I missed some comments. I got to scroll back. I was so mad with my first set of bamboo hooks, but my second set of light bamboo isn't bad. Just got the amours now and I can't go back. Yeah, I'm with you. Amours are premium. Them and tulip. I love the tulip as well. Excuse me. I heard you need to store the bamboo laying flat. If you store them upright, they do warp. And don't store them in the sun. Put them away. It's how you would I'll try again. How you would treat timber. You need to think of it as it is timber. And if you stand it up in the sun, it's going to warp. But also, timber can be warped over time by holding it. And when we hold it, we hold in a circular motion. So if we're using them a lot, we will get a little bend. It doesn't affect your knitting at all. It just affects the aesthetic, so don't worry about it. It's hard to find sock needles that are not circular or bamboo. Chagu make amazing stainless steel sock needles, which I think are fantastic. You can get them in 6 inches and 8 inches. They're lovely. Let me keep scrolling. Amours are amazing. Yes, yeah, absolutely. Rebecca says she's boring as hell. Why are you boring, Rebecca? I don't know. Cindy says that they do bend while she's knitting. She doesn't like it. Fair enough. Marion says, I try to finish some whips when I watch you. Oh, that's awesome. We've got our, for those of you that don't know, that are still here, we do have our Fiberific Finish Along group over on Facebook, where we've got some prizes that we're going to be giving out after Christmas for finishing projects up. So now we're into the new projects, and you can just go in, you read the rules, make sure you're tagging things correctly. If you don't tag it correctly, it may miss a prize list. So yeah, it's really important to make sure you get those tags right. If you're unsure, ask and someone will help and answer. It's awesome. You business makers get to chat and work all the best ways to keep your businesses going, improving for us all. We appreciate it. Truly, you give us much more than you know. Oh, thank you, Leanne. We try to encourage each other as well. And, you know, if we learn something, we share it. And just to make everyone's experience better. Like, I truly believe that a rising tide floats all the ships. And those of you that have been around have heard me say that so many times. And it's important to lift other people in your industry and not be that person that thinks that you're the best, you're the only one with the information, you're the reason why everyone's doing everything. Because none of that's true. People have learnt and been inspired by people their whole lives. You might be the impetus that made them do it right this second, but people are being inspired constantly. So this is not I don't see it as a one person has done everything kind of thing. We're all encouraging and we all have supplies. We all have our own take on how to do things and we're all individually creative. So I think it's important. Sorry, ramble. Oh, I'm yet to join there. Yes, then you should join. Right click the links. I hate Facebook. Can you do it on Instagram? No, it's Facebook for this one, I'm afraid, Marion. We looked at the alternatives and this was the easiest way for us to keep track of who is going into prizes and things like that. Oh dear. But she's not giving us 2 hours. No, I can't. I wish I could. And seriously, you guys don't want to listen to me ramble for 2 hours every single week, honestly. But we could try and, you know, every now and again, maybe a dye session can go a bit longer. We go a bit longer if now and again. If you have a look at the live streams, we've never gone to strict 90 minutes. It's never done it. So, yeah. We listened to Steph for 2 hours. Well, I didn't know that. I never get to catch all of Steph's live stream, which is horrid. Darla Peas, I'll have to go check out your Facebook page. Thank you, Darla. We've got the Fiberific page, the business page, and we also have the Fiberific Fun Zone, which is where a lot of these guys will go and chat after the live stream is over. Darla says that they could, I'm assuming Darla's a girl, I'm sorry, Darla. Darla, you could listen to me for 2 hours? Wow, thank you. And Rowan says 2 hours would be fine. We'll have to have a look into it. We might run a poll over in the Fiberific Fun Zone. I know what Kim would vote. Barry says, we don't mind 2 hours. Sometimes even 2 hours isn't long enough. Oh my gosh. Speaking of which, one of the major reasons is I can't talk that long. So, you know, this is just water, honest water. Oh dear. Yes, 2 hours. All right. Well, you guys go join the Fiberific Fun Zone. We'll get Kim to pop a poll in for, you know, how long it's vodka water. Yeah, so we'll get Kim to pop a poll in at some stage. Thank you, Kim. I'll just give you work. There you go. And we'll see if you guys want longer than that streams, and I'm happy to oblige, because it's one of those things, like, it sounds terrible. Are you ready? While I'm live, I can't be doing the other jobs I'm supposed, well, that I could also be doing. But the catch is we've got to keep the connection. That's my problem. That's my problem. It's the internet. My problem's the internet, guys. 2 hours would be great. Sally says she can't wait to meet us all in person. That would be awesome, Sally. Now, the other thing is, if we don't get a camp up and running like really fast, because it will take a little bit of time, we can always organise to meet up somewhere like the Bendigo Sheep and Wool Show as well. So, you know, that's another great event that we could all go to. But it would be nicer at a camp because it's more relaxed. Or retreat. It's a retreat. It's not a camp. So yeah. Kim says that she could do a petition for all. Kim, no, in the Fiberific Fun Zone, we'll be fine. Leanne says I would love a road trip too. We have quite a few people. I'm sorry, guys. Now that I'm at this angle, I can't help but swivel on this chair. And the dog is losing her mind. I hope you can't hear that. Marion says I can't go to Bendigo again 3 years in a row. That's all right, Marion. We get to meet up at when I go to VidCon in Melbourne as well. So that's cool. I think next time we might just go to one of the places down near the convention center. That near killed me last time. Like, yeah, I was very sore after all that walking last time. So I'm gonna call it, and I'm gonna choose a restaurant down at the convention center because there's heaps and they're all open for lunch. We can totally do that. So so for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, each September, end of August, September, when VidCon's in Australia, I fly down to Melbourne and I go to VidCon and I have a great time. But I also meet up with you guys. I have a lunch where we can all go and hang out and meet up on the Friday. So I know it's not the Saturday, but Saturdays I tend to have a lot of other stuff on. But we can work it out. We can work some things out. I might be able to, you know, once I see the agenda for next year, I can work out if I've got a gap. Because like this year I ended up having a gap on the Saturday where I was just like, meh, and did nothing. So I could have totally met up for lunch. But we'll see. We'll see. Sally says, Kim, I don't do camp either. Glamping on the other hand. Yes. Party in my hotel room. Don't know about that. I worked out a very important fact about myself. I'm no longer 20 years old. I can no longer stay up all night and function the next day. It doesn't happen. And I thought maybe it was because I'd had a couple of drinks, and I'd had like, I think I worked out to be about 7 or 8 drinks, which is quite a lot for me, but that was over about a 10-hour period. So it was like a drink an hour, except there was quite a few at the start and then none at the end. I thought it was that made me feel so horrible the next day, but I had a day here where I couldn't sleep, and because I was on new medication, it made me stay awake. The next day I felt the same. So it's sleep. I need the sleep now because I'm old. Once I finish the bride and groom llama packers, I'll send pictures to Steph so she can post them on the Facebook group. Hey, Daigo, you can also put them up in Pinterest, because I'm trying to get better on Pinterest, and I'm trying to follow you all on Pinterest if I can. So yeah, so I'll try. Rebecca says, if I hear about wild parties where police are called, I know it was you guys. I don't know what to say that. I don't know what to say. I have no idea what to say about that at all. Oh dear. Wow. I'm actually, like, I feel guilty that I can't craft and I can't show you how to do something, but I'm actually enjoying just this conversation today, guys. So thank you so much. Pinterest is like the Bermuda Triangle. Yes, it is. And trying to do Pinteresty stuff with like a work focus is really hard, because you're like, la, focus on the work, do the work, things, ooh, shiny, and then you go down a Pinterest hole. Yeah. If you want to do a fancy local retreat, chalets on Mount Tambourine, gallery walk is awesome. I love Mount Tambourine. I take friends up there when they come up, because it's not too far from where I am. It's only about half an hour drive. Yeah, it's very not good. Oh, Leanne has closed her Pinterest account. Okay, fair enough. I know that we can't all be on all the social medias, and I totally understand that. I get vertigo with heights, so yeah, that would be fun, lol. No, gallery walk is just, you walk, you feel like you're just on roads. It's just beautiful. It's just a little town. Like, you don't have to go on the edges or anything scary like that. Gallery walk is just walking from gallery to gallery. It's like a street. and there's a place that sells booze there that's really nice. There's actually a couple of places, so we won't get into that. Dallas says, I post items I've made on Instagram. I'm definitely more active on Instagram and Facebook than I would be on Pinterest and Ravelry, for sure. I'm trying to balance it out a little. I know that they're all important, but yeah, I don't do it. But I love Instagram and I like Facebook, so you know. Hey, trash bag fashion lover, how are you going? I'm terrible with social media, but I do try, but I'm just terrible at it. I understand that, Fairy. I totally understand that. Marion says, hubby's aunt had a shop there. It's beautiful. It's crazy busy on the weekends, though. Like, it's like, good luck finding a park, is what I'm saying. If you can get accommodation where you can walk to all the stuff, that's really helpful. Because it is a bit awkward, and you end up having to park so far away that it's awkward. It's awkward. I'm glad you're good, trash bag fashion lover. We're going to end this stream now, you guys. I've got to get on to the next task for today. I've had a fantastic time. I'm so sorry about this setup not being the nice setup. Have I ever worn an unused plastic garbage bag liner as clothing? Yes, I have. I was a bunch of grapes, and I was trash bag and pinned balloons all over it. Bunch of grapes. So anyway, I'm going to scoot, you guys. It's been fantastic, and I really appreciate you sticking through all the tech nightmare at the start and then coming to hang here on the mobile. And I will see you all next week. Tech testing tomorrow afternoon. There'll be some tech testing. I'm not sure exactly when, but keep an eye out. I'll run it through Facebook. So keep an eye out on the Fiberific Fun Zone there. That's where the tech testing will be happening. That and Twitch will be the other place I will be tech testing. I love you too, Mum. And I will catch you all later. So bye. I'm going to end the stream. How do I end this stream? X. Yes.